Wesley Shaw. Shaw drop step turnaround
Jumper to Scott. Scott throws it down with a right-hand slam. Cut the line by Landisburg, tips it ahead to Farrakhan. He's going to throw it down with a one-hand jam.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly,
I think she's going to be someone who earns minutes because of her knowledge of the game and because of the way that she plays the game.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Danny Aiken, number 80 on the football team. We have a great show full of highlights for you today. Now let's start with our play of the week.
Jimmy Howell takes the snap. He's going to throw the pass. It's a fake punt. That's Womack having it across the 40 to the 35. Look out! He's gone! 10-5, touchdown, Virginia! Jimmy Howell!
I was just really happy in general, just that we were going to call it, and then because it runs so well during practice, I had the expectation it was running well in the game.
Jimmy just made a great pass. He was a high school quarterback. I mean, in high school, I ran that play about 3 times a game, so, I mean, it was real familiar, and it was just awesome, man.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
Payne gets around the right side, throws the stiff arm in. He's to the 5. He's in the end zone. Did he get it? Yes, sir. Touchdown, Virginia. Keith Payne for the second time tonight.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show. On Saturday, our football team hosted the Eastern Michigan Eagles in Scott Stadium. Let's check out the game story.
Will be Bird in the slot right. Here's a handoff in the meantime. Delayed given a lot of room. Racing ahead, Perry Jones goes into the air and crosses the 35. And in motion is Bird. Now he comes to the near side. Here's a pass. This ball's going to be thrown to Bird. He makes the catch over the shoulder of the 15. Tripped up inside the 10. Payne, 8 touchdowns to his credit already. He's the deep back. They're going to hand the ball to him. Payne rumbles to the end zone. Make it 9 touchdowns in counting.
No, it feels good to win a game. It feels good to be able to celebrate with the players about the possibilities of what this team can do and can accomplish.
Shotgun Gillette, empty backfield. He's got 5 receivers. Here comes the blitz. He's going to dump this ball off, and he hits his man, Javonte Green, but Green was wrestled down. Receiver right, double tight end set here. It's Matt Snyder on the right side wide. Hand off to Payne. He's going to take it on that left side. He has blockers in front, and he churns out another Virginia first down. Malone sent back. Play action pass. Verica rolling to his right, looking at the downfield. He's going to fire the pass off to his tight end. Friedman makes the catch. Keeps motoring. Rumples all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. As they will have it from their own 45 on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff right up the middle and another gaping hole racing ahead. Dwayne Priest before he's finally tackled. Take the snap as man in motion first comes to the near side. They'll fake the handoff that way. Now Gillette will take it on a design quarterback keeper. He shows the speed as he gets the edge again. He's wrestled out of bounds on that far sideline.
It's something new that a lot of college football teams I haven't seen run. It's kind of like a wildcat, but it's really not because it's their real quarterback. And they got a really good scheme over there, and it's kind of hard to get out there out to the edges because they're cutting people inside. So and then it leaves you one-on-one on the perimeters. And it's a good scheme they got over there.
Hertzfeld's Danzer comes into motion. He'll line up in the wing. Handoff goes to Payne. Payne tries the right side. Cuts it up the field across the 10. Man in motion is Snyder. Dropping back to throw. Verica throws over the middle. Man wide open. Terrence Fells-Danzer. Touchdown, Virginia.
That also was drawn up very well with Coach Laser. We practiced it day in and day out, and we just executed it this week.
As Eastern Michigan has clawed right back into the thick of things with 7:47 to go in the third quarter. Here's a high kick. Another short kick. It's fielded at the 30 and taken straight ahead here. Look out. It's Terrence Smells Dancer behind the special teams defense. He's to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Virginia.
Working all week in practice, Coach Poindexter helped us plan out how we were going to do it. So we realized once the kicker kicked one way, that's how it would be. And we just executed to the T.
They did some blooping. Coach Walk, and you know, he saw it on tape. He was like, "Coach, we just do like this." They kick the bloop. We just go get them right now and should split. And TFD, all the kids did a great job executing. So, but like I said, we all do this together, all the coaches, and you know, the plan worked. The kids got to execute it, but the plan worked today.
Motion is Mitchell. Take the hand off that way. Now Gillette's going to keep it himself. This time he's not getting anywhere. Leroy Reynolds, amongst others, there to make the tackle.
The second half, we just talked about doing the things again that we practice. I mean, the coverages and things, the way we played. You know, if we just went back to that, then I thought we'd be okay.
Jimmy Howell takes the snap. He's going to throw the pass. It's a fake punt. That's Womack having it across the 40 to the 35. Look out! He's gone! 10-5, touchdown, Virginia!
Please just place it right into his hands. It wasn't trying to, nothing fancy. I don't care how it looked.
Jimmy just made a great pass. He was a high school quarterback. I mean, in high school, I ran that play about 3 times a game. So, I mean, it was real familiar, and it was just awesome, man.
Robert Randolph field goal to take a 3-point lead into the half. Here's a pass. This ball's going to be intercepted. Chase Minifield comes up with his 4th pick of the season and will take it down to the 15.
We always talk about making a play that ends or changes the game. So you always want to make that play in the back end.
Erica, long snap count now. Clock showing 13 minutes and 14 seconds here in this 4th quarter. Hand off to Payne. Payne gets around the right side. Throws the stiff arm in. He's to the 5. He's into the end zone. Did he get it? Yes, sir. Touchdown, Virginia. Keith Payne for the 2nd time tonight.
When you haven't won around here in a while, then you have a chance to experience a win regardless of the opponent. I know, you know, when you have a chance to play and compete, you know, you always want to win. And very proud of the team, particularly in the second half effort again of playing well, scoring twice on special teams.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health Systems.
Men's basketball team officially started their practice this week, and Cavalier Sports Weekly is in the gym with Coach Bennett and the team.
You got to figure out how quick you can get locked out and find the ball, and then you got to go get it. But don't get those hands down here. Boom, go and get it. Pursue the ball.
I'd like to start practice with something very physical and very hard that is going to be huge for us to be good this year.
Saw on tape, when you have 2 movements, I want you to be able to anticipate, quick to the ball. Off the ball quick to your shooters, go outside drive, and shoot you get in the lane, and finish the play, all right?
Returners, they understand what we're doing, and then with our newcomers, with the 6 young guys, it's fast and furious for them, but it's a really hard-working group. We got a lot done, and I think with the NCAA rules of being able to have some team time before the official start has helped, but trying to just build habits and get better each day, that's kind of the theme for us, is really to establish what's important.
Get back and build our house, all right? Don't let people get shots. I don't want to see no heads because we don't execute it right. We'll just stay on here forever, all right? Here we go.
When we have our 45 minutes with them, or when we have our 12 hours, probably the biggest adjustment for them is like, I'm not as worried about the clock now. You're going to stay in there until you do it absolutely perfect the way I want it, and really holding them high account and not letting them pass on to another drill or get out of a possession because the clock isn't against us as it was all fall. So they got a taste of what we demand and execution-wise, and I think that's where you establish those building blocks that we talked about. I like to end it with a real important thing that demands physicality, and I think that's when you don't want to do it as much at the end of practice, but that's a lot of things we need to do, but those were some of the essential things.
You guys have been here, know what it's about. The young guys, you got to keep figuring it out. Keep working. What I want is 25 free throws, and then you're out of here, okay? All right. Good work, man. Got better. All right, good.
Our women's basketball team has 11 returning players coming back to the squad. But for right now, let's hear Coach Ryan talk about the first years.
They have acclimated very quickly. Tara Franklin from the Washington, D.C. area is a long-armed player. She's thin, but she's very, very wiry. She's what I would call a glue player. I would compare her favorably to a player like a Jenny Busek that just always knows the right pass, always understands the game. She will defend extremely well. She's a very strong defender because of the length of her body. She creates all kinds of problems for people when she puts her hands up. She just steals the ball from people when she puts her hands up. So she's come in and just had really done what I thought she could do at this level. I think she's going to be someone who earns minutes because of her knowledge of the game and because of the way that she plays the game. Jasmine Pitts, you talk about a strong player. She is extremely strong. And although we're working on the finer points of her game, she can get in the lane and really create havoc. Even with our men's scout team, they really don't want to go near her because she goes in there and she can hurt you with the way that she goes up and rebounds the basketball. She's a very strong rebounder, very good at getting position around the basket, and now we're working on finishing a little bit better and just, really working on just being one or two moves, and that's it right now. So I think when players come in, they've got about 1 million different moves, and they really only need to have one or two. They need a move and a counter, and that's it right now. And then when somebody figures that out, we'll give them another counter. But she is a very strong offensive rebounder, which is what we really need. We were an okay rebounding team last year, but now we could become a very good rebounding team. Kelsey Wolf. Kelsey's also from up in the Maryland area, right around D.C. Kelsey has game. She has game, and she played in the scrimmage the other day, and she completely separated herself in the guard position. She passes the ball well. She doesn't look like she's going to be this speedy person, and she's really not a speedy person, but she's very, very efficient. She puts the ball in the basket from the three, and she can get to the basket, and she can find the open man, and she just makes very good decisions. So she's a player that I think has already started to distinguish herself and probably will earn some time based on her skill set. She has a very, very strong and a high skill set, and she will be a surprise to people as we go through the year.
Coming up after the break. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
Up next, we have men and women's soccer and field hockey in some key ACC matchups.
We talked about coming out hard in the first half and see if we could come in at halftime being up, and we haven't done that a lot this season. And so it was a good goal to settle us down. I thought our team really responded well. I mean, I think, to go down a player for, 70 minutes or so, that's a big challenge. And I thought we actually created some good chances, even being down a player. So there's a lot of positives we can take away for the game. She's such a warrior, great athlete, and held her player off very well. And to be able to do that and finish the way she did, though, is not easy to do. I thought she made it look easy, but that's not easy to do.
Yards out now from just outside the box, and that's a great shot. It hits the crossbar. But he gets a goal. The 89th minute here, it's going to be a game winner. Casey Short is open its home. Drops it back. And here's another pass to Costa now, one-on-one in the box. Maneuvering for an angle, there's the shot, and it is scooped up.
The plan was to try to get Ombian behind them early. And Sean Hiller clipped in a couple good balls, especially in the first few minutes, that had we done better with it, we could have been up a goal. I thought we were much better in the second half for sure. We kind of switched to a 4-4-2 in the second half, and I thought we did very well. We talked about this coming into this game, that we felt like we needed to get balls wide and get crosses in the box. And TJ playing in the right midfield got wide, took a touch, picked his head up, picked Brian Omby out, and Brian did great with the header. With 2 minutes left in the second overtime, we had a chance to put it away, and the keeper made a very, very good save. But I think my overall impressions were it was a very good effort tonight.
We just worked on possession, for the last 2 weeks, really just building the game up, and they're a very critical part of it, popping in and out of the open spaces, and they were able to do that and find a goal quickly, and we knew that was important against Wake Forest. I'm happy with the pressure that we were able to put on. Our defense gave us our attack opportunities, and that's what we wanted. The possession was okay. I thought we let down a little bit and allowed Wake into the game and just hit some big balls and hit open players, and we have to be a lot sharper in the back. Yeah, it came at a good time because Wake was putting pressure on 3-1. A 3-2 game is a whole different story. So that was definitely some icing on the cake. We wanted to get 4 goals. We knew we needed 4 against a team like Wake Forest.
Go!
Virginia Cavaliers.
In other Cavalier sports action this week,
Next week, we have another huge ACC game against Miami in Scott Stadium. Leading up to that game, there are several great matchups in soccer, volleyball, and swimming. Our 7th-ranked women's soccer team hosts NC State on Thursday night at Klockner Stadium, and our 3rd-ranked men's team hosts Maryland on Friday night. Also on Friday, our volleyball team hosts Miami in Mem Gym, and our men's swimming and diving team takes on Navy in the Aquatic Fitness Center. We'll be back next week with coverage of those games and more great stories and features. I'm Danny Aiken. Thank you for supporting the Cavaliers, and remember, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.